Hey Team Shuckle, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Double Trouble. Today we are continuing on with the Lithio League theme, and we are battling Shadow Chew. We've battled him before and he is quite the battler. So looking at his team, you know, he's got so many walls, oh my god. So, for starters, this happened before the battle versus Xenon, so I wasn't exactly prepared for Venusaur. And after this battle, Shadow actually helped me out, figuring out, like, a good way to handle Venusaur. And actually, about a week ago, I had considered dropping Kecleon. In general, I had considered putting Conkeldurr on this team, you know, switching out Scrafty for Conkeldurr and figuring out something for Kecleon. But, I dropped Kecleon for Smeargle and then Scrafty for Escavalier, and this was help from Shadow, who, while doesn't play doubles, he does have a great battling sense, so it really did help me out. But that happened after this battle, so let's get to this battle. You know, he's got so many walls, and as you can tell, my team really doesn't have wall-breaking potential. I mean, Charizard does hit pretty hard, and I do have Rhydon and Scrafty and Trevenant for Blissey, but all in all, you know, I wasn't really prepared for this team, so I'm gonna hit play and we're gonna get going. I decided to start off with Charizard and Mr. Mime because I think it was the best lead against him, but he does have a lot of slower Pokemon. Not a lot, but enough to sort of scare me. But he does start off with Weavile and Venusaur, and I do start off with Mr. Mime and Charizard. So I'm expecting him to fake out. Actually, no. Okay, here's the issue. I had been playing a couple of battles before here, and everyone just kept taunting me. They knew exactly what Mr. Mime was going to do, and they kept taunting me. So this was the biggest concern of my team, and you know, this was such a huge misplay. Alright, I was 100% afraid that this Weavile was going to taunt me, and I really didn't want to do that. So I didn't protect with my Charizard. I 150,000% predicted this turn. I said in my head, he's going to fake out my Charizard and put it to sleep. But then I second guessed myself, and I was just like, no, because, you know, the last battle I had, this guy taunted me, and then Anima taunted me. They all are gonna taunt me, so anything that has taunt is gonna taunt me. So I totally misplayed that turn, and it really 100% comes to bite me in the butt later on. It's just, oh my god, I was kicking myself because I was like, that's what's gonna happen, and then I second guessed myself. And you know, I don't know if you guys have been here around long enough to really know, but I used to do that a lot in the earlier episodes, and I thought I learned my lesson, and I started going with my gut, and I kept doing a lot better, and then this happens. But, you know, that really did screw me over, because Charizard really was one of the most important Pokemon on my team, and I think you guys can know that. But yeah, so I'm in a pretty bad position right now. I've Trick Room up, and of course, you know, Dusclops is probably going to be a lot faster than me. I bring in Charizard here to burn a Sleep Turn and to hopefully absorb a Will-O-Wisp, because that's what I was expecting coming towards my Scrafty, and, you know, of course, I am right. So he comes in with Venusaur, and, you know, I'm thinking, okay, you know, I don't have Psychic on this thing yet, so I'm in a bad position. He Confuse Rays my Charizard, but I'm really only in here to burn some sleep. He goes for Sludge Bomb on my Charizard, which is interesting, but I do take that very well. And I keep going for Dazzling Gleam, and this is what really, you know, at least in this league, I don't need Quick Guard as much. I probably don't need Wide Guard as much, actually. So I could have used Quick Guard in a couple of battles, actually. So I did switch it out for Psychic, but, you know, I don't know. So, you know, obviously this is just not going my way at all. So I bring in Rhydon because, you know, I'm not waking up. It's been 3 turns already, and I'm still not waking up. It's kind of ridiculous. But, you know, he Leech Seeds me. I have to just keep attacking. I'm hoping to get rid of this Dusclops, but I'm not doing any damage. It's just really bad on me. I'm doing really poorly, and I'm so upset because that first turn, I was just so enraged at that first turn. Although, you know, my Charizard does outspeed the Venus. Actually, no, it doesn't. It did not. Goddamn. Yeah, so that happened. But I bring in Charizard here to burn yet another sleep turn, and I just kind of forgot that the Venusaur was going to attack the Rhydon. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I did it. So I decided to bring in Trevenant here because I think, okay, Trevenant can burn the Venusaur. Hopefully I'll wake up this turn. You know, I still have the Sun, so the Heat Wave, even though, you know, Venusaur is thick fat, it could still do a lot of damage. But I still sleep. Still. Like, I'm still asleep. Like, what are you doing, Charizard? And I have 4 HP, and I'm like, at this point, there's nothing I can do with this Charizard. Nothing. At least, at the very, very least, I did manage to get a burn off on the Venusaur. But I'm not going to stay in because the Fake Out, Ice Shard, any attack towards my Charizard will take me out without a doubt in my mind. So I do bring in the Scrafty, expecting the Fake Out. I get Rocky Helmet damage, you know, the good stuff. But he actually knocks off my Trevenant. Great. And that's another thing. That's one of the things that I don't understand. Like, let's talk about this for a second. Knockoff, if used on a Pokemon that has Rocky Helmet, the Rocky Helmet still happens. Knockoff, when used on a Pokemon with Weakness Policy, the Weakness Policy still happens. So my question is, why is it that when someone knocks off a Citrus Berry, for example, and I live where the range that the Citrus Berry would proc, why does it not proc? That is the question I have for you guys. Why is it that that happens? Because it just feels like it should work because everything else works, you know? Why can't the Citrus Berry work? So that just confuses me, but there's nothing I can do about that. I'm surprised I survived, but I missed that freaking Will-O-Wisp. Great. You know, so, of course, there's not really much I can do. He goes for the low kick, hoping to grab the Scrafty, but fortunately enough, I do switch into the Mr. Mime. I wasn't predicting that, but I actually just switched into that. I don't know why. At this point, I was just like, ugh, what am I doing? You know? I was just so frustrated with that first turn that I'm just not doing very well. But, you know, I can continuously try and win. You know, there's no point in trying to give up. So, I continuously try to win. Of course, you know, I really don't have anything for this Venusaur. I have absolutely nothing for this Venusaur except for my Charizard. But that's it. That's all I have. Nothing but the Charizard. So it's in a bad position. But I go for the Rock Slide, you know, hoping to catch some attacks. Of course, I missed the Dusclops, which is very unfortunate. But the good news is I do outspeed with Mr. Mime, so it's not the end of the world. Not entirely. Unfortunately, Leech Seed does happen before Burn, otherwise that Venusaur would have been down. Unfortunately. So, yeah. It's just one of those things that I probably 100% could have played a lot better. So go for Dazzling Gleam, hoping to catch the KO on the Dusclops and the Venusaur, but I don't get it. He does go for Sludge Bomb onto my Kecleon, I guess forgetting that I was Rock type. He probably could have gone for Energy Ball to take me out, and that would have worked. But I go for Rock Slide again. I'm going to get the damage off. It's not going to take any of them out at all. So that was a waste. Completely worthless. Not great. Great. Thank you. I rest my case. It's just, oh man, I played so poorly. Oh, my DS is gonna die. I should probably fix that. But I just played so poorly, you know. But my Mr. Mime does still. Oh, Charger's there. My Mr. Mime does still outspeed, and it can take out the Dusclops, so it's not the end of the world. I just don't see any chance of me winning. I think I do still have the Scrafty in the back, so I do have the possibility to beat this Blissey, but all in all, you know, that Charizard drop really did not help me at all. But, you know, there's a couple of turns left, so, you know, it's not over yet. But we do have the Leech Seed going into a Blissey, which is not great at all. But whatever, you know, things like this does happen. You know, you can't play perfectly all the time. This is why, you know, I didn't do very well at the regionals. I just had an off day, you know. And I also played very weird sets. Don't even get me started about that. Those were weird sets. Oh yeah, I'm poisoned. I forgot I was poisoned. But yeah, you know, I mean, I've got nothing for Blissey once Scrafty goes down, and I didn't fake out here or protect because I was like, I have poisoning. What's the point? You know, I mean, I could very easily just survive. I could protect, take a bit of poisoning damage, and then die to Thunderbolt. You know, I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing. And the stupid thing about Mr. Mime is that Quick Guard just doesn't work against Raichu. I can't Quick Guard the Fake Out because Quick Guard is not, it's the same priority bracket. It's so stupid how that works. It should be pretty high priority, but, you know, I do end up dying to poison anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I bring out Charizard, and I am just sincerely hoping that I wake up. So hoping. He does go for Volt Tackle, which doesn't target my Mr. Mime. So I'm like, huzzah, you know. I could probably take out the Raichu here if I wake up. And no, I don't wake up. I take the full sleep turns. I think it's like a maximum of 4 or 5 turns, and I slept through every single one of them. And that's the battle. So you know, that's what I was saying. The Charizard sleep was so ridiculously bad. You know, I outsped the Venusaur and Trick Room, as we can very well see, because I got put to sleep before I got my Heat Wave off. Had I just protected that turn like I had wanted to, it would have been a much different game, because as you can see, we got rid of the Dusclops, we got rid of the Venusaur, we got rid of, no, wait. No, I think we just got rid of the Dusclops. I don't really remember, to be quite honest with you. But, we would have been in a much better position. Much, much better. So, oh well. Things happen. You know, it's really not the end of the world. It's really not the end of the world. And this battle did help me figure out, you know, a way to beat Venusaur. And it definitely solidified me hating on Kecleon. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys at the next episode. Peace.